So in my ongoing battle to make bad decisions, I decided that I was going to polish the metal on the swoop. I was just going to leave the bare metal, and then I thought, it'll polish up really fast, really easy. Besides, I had to strip off the paint from this section. Two things I was going to just paint it silver, but I didn't like the look of that. I wanted it to be metal. I wanted it to be polished at least, or at least metal, didn't have to be polished. I thought the paint would come off pretty easily. It normally does, but I guess it's really high quality paint this time. So I used a Scotch pad, which was a little bit too aggressive. Scratched up the metal really bad. So then I had to sand it all down again anyways. So since I had to sand it, I might as well have polished it. But I thought, hey, that's cool. A little bit of effort. At least it'll look fine. This side will polish up really easily. It's just mill finish. But when I went to go polish this, discovered that I actually had a clear coat on that, so I had to sand the clear coat off of this because I had already polished through a few sections back there. So now I'm committed, so I have to still do the back on this side, and then this white stripe on this side. And then that's done. Hopefully Josh and I can paint this. The good news is he was concerned we're gonna have to do some etch priming on it because it was bare metal, but it's not bare metal, so that saves us a step. I'll do a quick overview of what I've done, and I'm gonna just start polishing the other side. So it's kind of hard to see probably, but it is polished. So it's a mirror kind of finish. It's not a high polish. It's not a mirror finish, because I didn't want to put that kind of effort into it. I'm a little concerned by this right here, this edge, but from a distance it's not too bad. If I have to repaint this white, I guess I have to repaint that white. These things happen. The edges on my polish where the tape was isn't pristine, but I'm actually going to make this a little bit narrower with masking tape, so those edges won't matter anyways. So this is where I'm going to start today. Hopefully get that done. So I'd really like to get this trailer done. It's really hurting me not having it done. This is plexiglass. Alright, let's get back to work. Enjoy.
So I lost all my audio on this. I should really get some new equipment. All I'm going to do right here, I'm going to tape off the area where I'm going to polish. First thing I have to do is get that clear coating off. So I'm just going to use some water and some steel wool and try to etch my way through that first layer. I don't want to go too deep. You can kind of see what I'm doing there. It looks like it's scratched down to the metal, and it does scratch the metal a little bit, but I'm actually not getting all that clear coat off yet. I'm just trying to lightly get it off. So the first thing I'll do is use the Nuvite or new polish there. And so I do one pass, and you can kind of see where it's not polishing. That's where the clear coat still is. So I'm going to have to scrub it off some more. You can try to polish this out, but if you try to polish all that stuff off, it's going to overheat the metal and it'll deform it, and it still won't come off. So I'll just scrub it off real fast. Doing that, it showed it where it was anyway. So this will be the final pass polish. That is to say, after this polish is done, it's going to be polished. I'm not doing 3-stage polishing on this. Like I said, it's not supposed to be pristine. If you kind of look down the side, you'll see a little bit of dimpling. That's where it overheats. You can see the metal stretches a little bit. All right, about there, if you were to look. But don't look at that. Stop looking at that. Look, yeah, let's look down here. So this actually works out really well. When I polish, I go back and forth, and then I'll do one final pass all the way through, try to keep all the grain in the same direction. So you can see it's polished, not polished, polished, and not polished. So I still have to do the other half. It's the exact same procedure all over again. Let me just go ahead and get you back there. And I'm going to make you watch this in real time now. So this is how long it takes. In about 40 minutes, you should be done watching this. And you will have learned everything you need to know about polishing aluminum. Just look at that. Look how fun that is. I'm just kidding. I'm just going to make you watch that whole thing. I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the end. I'm going to take off the masking tape. This is really cheap masking tape. So it's actually too cheap, and some of the masking tape got melted off. And so it's kind of a pain to come off, especially when you're wearing rubber gloves. But when you're polishing aluminum, you get compound everywhere on you. That's why I'm wearing an apron and a face shield. I've kind of learned my lessons at this point. And there it is, all polished.
Okay, so it's all been polished. Again, it's not a mere final polish because I don't really want that. And I'm going to be clearing over the top of all that polish anyways. I'd like to have a little bit of rustic look to it. I just really hate the look of the painted silver, or on those reissued ones, they actually use like a chrome striping. So it's just a sticker, and it looks awful after a year. So I didn't want that look. So at any rate, cleaned it up with mineral spirits, lacquer thinner. So now what I'm going to do is use a little bit narrower tape, masking tape, mask this all back off again, and then we can finally paint this thing, because we'll scuff it up, clean it up. It'll be white on top, just like it is right here, red on the bottom, with a little chrome band in the middle. The entry door actually is right here. A lot of times this Z would be above the wheel well. It's right there. But I added a refrigerator to this thing, and the refrigerator is right above the wheel well. So that entire detail would have been lost over here. So I moved it forward, which is fine because a lot of times that little detail's on the entry door anyways, which it happens to be on this one now. So now I just have to mask it up again, and then hopefully get this thing painted.